Welcome to Mercedes-Benz Wilsonville, guys. We're doing another review. But before we get to the GLB, which I'm actually kind of excited to talk about, I want to talk about the week I had last week. We were down at Barber Motorsports Park. First time I've been able to take a team with me, driving some of the new cars, the CLA 35 and the CLA 45, which of course are variants of this car, interestingly, which is part of why I'm so excited to talk about this one. The GLB 35 is coming. But also we got to see the 2021 SUVs, the GLE 53 and the GLE 63, namely the Coupes. Super impressive cars, and it's going to be an amazing year for Mercedes-Benz and AMG's SUV line. That's why I'm extremely, we'll say, excited to talk about the GLB. So you guys, the crowning achievement with this car is the size and the addition of the third row. I don't know that there's a third row in this car. Check it out. If there is, I'll get in there. I'm safe. I'm safe. No third row. But without the third row, you can see there's a ton of space back here. If you've been driving Mercedes-Benz for any amount of time, you're familiar with the kind of the level of kind of refinement back here. But it's just nice cars. And with that third row, you're going to be able to take some kids wherever you need to take them. Your kids have some friends that they probably want to take places. Probably take them as well. Again, it's a Mercedes-Benz, so kind of the luxury items that you've become used to are present. The rear seats on this car, fairly accommodating. I'm sitting pretty straight up, but it's not uncomfortable. Let's see, maybe I can lean. It reclines, guys, in which case I'm actually quite comfortable. Ron, you were just sitting up front. You're not a small guy. And I've got tons of space back here, so let's see how it is with the door shut. Phenomenal. This is a comfortable place to be. I can put the armrest down in the middle. Tons of headroom. I've got a pano roof up here. Great space. Absolutely great space. I don't think you're going to have any qualms with the interior fit and finish here. This is a pure Mercedes-Benz, as are the CLA and the A-Class. These things are just, the fit and finish is just stepped up in these cars. And the refinement is second to none in the segment for sure. But let's hop up front and see how this thing goes. All right, so here we are. I think what we're going to find is that it's extremely versatile, and it's probably going to be good at everything. I've not driven one of these with any around the dealership, but not out on public roads. I don't know what's gonna happen here. Nice trim here. I don't know what we call this, as it's not available on the AMG, so it's kind of a new world for me. Switch housing, very typical Mercedes-Benz. The seat controls, memory settings, it's all laid out perfectly. Automatic headlights. Your park and brake here is automatic, just like with any other Mercedes-Benz, modern Mercedes-Benz. The current infotainment here, I've got the touch buttons on my steering wheel. Everything's right there, so when you're holding the wheel like you should be at 9 and 3, you've got control of everything you need to control. Kind of the coolest feature about this new generation cars is the MBUX, and it's this touch screen. It's super touch sensitive. I mean, this is just like immediate kind of, I mean, it's just like it's one of the best touch screens that I've ever experienced in a car specifically. I don't think it lacks anything on even my iPads at home or whatnot. So here we are. Easy to drive around a parking lot. Super light steering. I'm sitting up high. I can see really well out of the car. There's a little bit of a blind spot in that rear 3/4 there, but that second row's got some massive headrests. Look at the size of those headrests. I wonder if we can drop those at all. Quiet. Not a lot of road noise here in the neighborhood. Let's see, get those rain sensing windshield wipers on. Quite nice. See if we can get that MBUX to work. Hey Mercedes.
How may I help you?
Can you put the screen open on the panoramic sunroof?
I'm opening the roller sun blind on the sliding sunroof.
How about that? So it works. I think it'll do that for pretty much everything else in the car. I haven't I haven't spent much time in these things, so I haven't really played around with them at all. Let's see how this on-ramp goes. These mid-quarter bumps. See if we have the same problem as we did in the CLA 35. Much lower speed, but it's pretty well grounded for an SUV, actually. I do feel like I'm sitting up high. I'm looking at the roof of this Ford Fusion here. About the same height as the Honda Element that's just a lane or two ahead of me. What? Car length or two ahead of me, lane over. 64, couple downshifts. Nice little passing power. Quiet. It's adequate power out of the 2-liter. I couldn't quote you what kind of power numbers it's making, but seems to be fine. After a quick jaunt on the highway, I can confirm this is a pleasant place to be. It handles 70, 80 miles an hour really seamlessly. It's pretty quiet. Some of the road, if you've ever done a test drive with us, you know the road coming straight out of the dealership on I-5 North is some of the loudest I've ever heard. I'm from California, so that says a little bit. But as soon as we're on 205, it's quiet. Even now, it's super quiet. Just poking around the cabin, one gripe, if I may, is on all of our other cars, I can close this area and have a nice, seamless, flat center console. I can't do that here. It's all open. There's adjustable sizes for the cup holders, but I really like the presentation on our SUVs until now, where you can close that whole space so that if you're not using the iPhone holder or we'll say your phone holder or your cup holders, you can kind of make that stuff disappear. And it would have been nice to have something that matched this to just kind of cover that space up, but nonetheless, it's a small gripe, and it's pretty meaningless when it comes to how functional the interior is. And I think really this is a car that's built to be functional more than it is to be sleek or, a modern presentation. So it's just really dynamite car. We're gonna pull over here and talk about what it might be like to use if you were part of a family. Stay tuned for that. So we're just brainstorming, like what would this thing be like if you had to drop the kids off at school? I think not too bad. Running your errands like we showed you in the back, tons of space. That second row, easily spaced for rear-facing car seats, and it has the positive lock, so the ISOFIX anchors in the bottom there. So you're gonna have a positive hookup, but tons of space. It's curb friendly. If we come around here to the curb side, with the seats, with that third row engaged, you're gonna have plenty of room to get the kids out of there. Easy in and out too. Notice how low the door sills are on this and how low the seats are relative to the ground, to the deck. So easy to get kids, big and small, in and out of this thing. I think you're not gonna have any problem. Thinking, what if you work on a farm and you're shopping for an SUV? Does the car have enough space for your boots? Come on over and let's have fun. You're gonna have muddy boots. It's gonna be terrible. You're gonna want to clean them. Super versatile and rugged floor mats. Standard, guys. Standard. Go off-road? Yes, it does. Well, with the 4MATIC all-wheel drive system on a Mercedes-Benz, whether it's mud, whether it's snow, sand, or the roads in California, you're going to be good to go. Estate developer, and some homes on Oregon's famous Street of Dreams. You need something to take your clients around and show them the houses in. GLB might work for that. GLB might work for the developer also.
Welcome to Starbucks. What can we get started for you today?
Excellent, thank you. I'd like a venti whole milk, half whole milk, 1/4, 1%, 1/4 non-fat, extra hot, split quad shots, 1 latte with whip, 2 packets of Splenda, 1 sugar in the raw, a touch of vanilla syrup, and 3 short sprinkles of cinnamon.
I'm sorry, what?
I'll just make it a small drip, please.
Okay, we'll see you up here.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You want anything in it?
Nah.
Okay.
$2.15.
We're just doing a review of this car and like taking note of how low the windowsills are,
Yeah.
how easy it is to hand things to you. Isn't it a handsome car?
Very good looking car.
Handsome car, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
Not too bad.
We'll review your coffee afterwards, by the way.
Tall drip. I don't know how you can mess that one up.
Yeah, no, pikes are wonderful, indeed. That was a pike place, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. She didn't get you a pike.
Do you want to stop her in the coffee?
Please. No. Please.
Think of the
It's
turtles.
extra plastic.
Think of the turtles.
Alright, you guys, here's
I'm
that for you.
blowing it.
Awesome.
Thank
Have a
you.
good one.
All right,
Bye.
bye. GLB. Excellent for ordering cups of coffee at Starbucks. Well, folks, what have we learned today? The GLB, quite comfortable. Handles fairly well. Handles like I think exactly how you'd expect it to. Maybe like a skosh better. Acceleration is on par with any of the other cars in our segment, or in this segment for sure. Steering feels great, like the CLA 35. The steering was very precise. This one also feels quite precise. If you're using it with your family, it's going to be something that you can take the kids to school. There's a ton of space in the back. We learned that if you work on a farm, the carpets are extremely robust and easy to clean. It's just a versatile car, I think. What else did we do today? We got some coffee for Ron. A tall drip. It ended up being a tall drip. An easy car to maneuver through the Starbucks drive-through. And God, one other thing. What did we do?
Let's drop the kids off at school.
We dropped the kid. We talked about that already. Excellent car, you guys. For more reviews like this, look for some more suggestions. Subscribe down here. Give us a like right there. We'll see you another 2 or 3 weeks or so. Thanks, guys.